Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now I've lined us up 4 bands today, pulled them out of my doomy queue because I've got so many sick bands in that queue. I've got to get them out and onto the show. So we've got 4 absolutely killer bands to check out today. These bands are super heavy, sludging music, turn it up nice and loud because these are the kind of bands that rock your bones and sound absolutely amazing. So we'll get straight into it. This first band is called Présages. All the bands today are from different countries, so we're all over the world as well. So let's check it out. Watch out for the flashing images. Yes. Nasty. Sick. Sounds amazing. Great cymbal sound. Oh. Dope. So heavy. That was one of the sickest tracks I've ever heard. Absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. The sound coming across my ears just felt orgasmic, deep, dirty, nasty, just got a harshness to it, just got a real depth to it, layers of sound and guitar and distortion. You could hear the bass amazingly, and the mix had its own tone that cut through those big grizzly guitars. Sick vocal that sat in the mix amazingly, a little bit buried, so it was in there with all the rest of the sound. Those drums just sounded absolutely sick. The biggest, washiest cymbals you can get, which just filled out the high end amazingly and balanced out that low end sludge. Just amazing. The drumming was absolutely sick. Blast beats, blackened stuff. and then moving it into that super sludge, but still with a nice groove to it. Get in, just felt great to mosh and slam down with those snare hits. Amazing music. This is some of my favorite kind of music to listen to. Absolutely 10 out of 10 power and depth and just kind of weight to the music, and still just a great groove and trudge and sludge that you can just get straight into and mosh out to. Man, what a sick track. These guys need way more listeners. They got 14 subscribers on their page. That's an absolute crime for a band of this sound and this quality. Please get over their channel and their pages. All the links are always in the description for all the bands, and give them a like, because man, that is 10 out of 10 music in my opinion. The sickest sound going. Now, I've had these guys on the channel before, so we know they're already amazing, but they've got a newer track for us. This one's from August. This is Into the Storm with the track I Gotta Get the Bees Out of My Teeth. Here we go. Just get the most amazing, thick, chunky guitar tones in this kind of music. Dirty and grisly. Yeah. Amazing, super washy cymbals to fill out the high end, balance out that low, dirty guitar sound. Sounds amazing. This dude needs to go to the doctors. So heavy. Sick one. So heavy. And once that big cymbal gets washed up and just, you start beating it hard and it gets all the wet sound going, man. Fills out the sound so amazing. It just balances out that low end, so you've got a whole spectrum of sound going on. You've got the big dirty bass and the drums, guitars filling out the bit higher frequency, the vocal fills out the next, and then you just fill the rest out with a cymbal wash, so that everything's blazing all at once. That's why you got such a big sound in this music. What just comes across with such a power and depth. I love it. It's just some of the sickest music going. Super dope band. Hopefully get them back on the channel in the future. Now, this is a new band to the channel. This is going to be a live performance as well. It's a bit longer, at 5 minutes long. These guys are Wombscape. Their track is called Sludgey Law. This one should be cool. Let's check it out. Sick. Yes. That drummer. This is dope. These guys are killing it. Yes. Feels amazing to bop with these drums. Just love the looseness in this track. Sick. Amazing. What a sick performance. Man, that was so dope. 10 out of 10. When I said I pulled out some killer bands today, I was not kidding. These bands are absolutely 10 out of 10. Some of the best music you can listen to. That was one of the coolest performances you could watch as well. Some of the sickest drumming that we've had on this channel. Not because it was super technical blasting black and stuff, because it was just amazing, fluid drumming, loose, working with the rhythms, felt amazing to move your body and just bop along and slam into the snares and everything like that. It's just so dope. Killer drummer. Amazing. But all this band were amazing. You could hear the bass the whole time doing its thing. The guitaring was amazing. Atmospheric and stuff. Loose again. Really love the looseness of that track. I was just floating around with the beat, hitting certain snare hits left and right. So just felt dope to get into it. Amazing. Great vocal as well. Another blackened edge to the vocal, which is super nice in this music. Blackened, super heavy sludge. Sick. These guys also had some experimental and mathiness to them as well. Thinking outside the box with it. Very, very dope music. And such a great performance as well. Super nice, man. We're killing it today. And this last band, they're new to the channel, but I've been checking them out recently because they've been getting a lot of buzz, and man, they sound super great. No wonder they're getting the buzz that they are. And this is their brand new track that just dropped recently, so I thought we'll slot these in as well because they've got a super heavy, thick, sludgy sound on this track. This is LLNN. The track is called Desecrator. It's featuring Matt McGahey of Cryptopsy. So let's finish off with these guys. This one's heavy. Super thick and dense. I don't know if he's used an octaver to get it that low or what, but that is super low. Yeah. Super deep. These guys have got a big sound. so deep. Man. Jesus. Yeah, no wonder he's wearing a helmet. Jesus, these guys have got one of the deepest, thickest, dirty, nastiest sounds from the guitars you can imagine. I'm pretty sure they must be using an octaver to get it that low, because strings just don't go that low, even bass guitars. But man, it sounds amazing. Really just brings in just like a gutturalness to the guitars almost, because you could just, it's just low and deep. Man, sounded amazing. Love the fact as well that they had this a synth guy in this band to kind of bring in some more atmospheric, higher pitched sounds to contrast against that super deep, low guitar-y sound, which worked nicely. Again, filled out the mix more. Super washy cymbals in all the bands today. And what all the bands today have done is kind of the format and the formula of this music in terms of the ingredients is those super deep, sludgy guitars. Go as deep and as sludgy as you like with that crap, because that's the only thing filling out that area. And the vocal sits on top of that, and then you've got the cymbals, and you can just add as much wash and fill out the sound as much as you want in the high end with the cymbal sound, which all the bands have done today. Super big, super washy cymbals. And you've just got that powerhouse block of sound for just filling out every single frequency with noise, but they've all still got their own place. They don't clash too much with each other, so you can hear them individually. One thing they've done nice today as well is let the bass still cut through that stupidly low, sludgy guitar. You can hear it separately to the guitar. It's got its own tone, and it's not just there to support the root note of the guitar and things like that. You can hear it doing its own thing. Man, this music for me just ticks pretty much every box I want to hear out of metal, even as well with the first band where we got some blackened edges in there and some blast beats and a bit more on the drums, and then that live band as well, they were killing it on the drums. So it's not just all low, slow, sludgy music. There is still some blasting in there. There's some energy, there's bursts of energy and kind of hardcore sections and things like that. So man, these bands absolutely kill it in my opinion. I think this might be the latest and greatest form of music going, because it's super heavy, it's got a great energy to it, and the sound of it is just sublime. When you're wearing a good pair of headphones like this, and you can hear every last bit of the band and all the tone of the distortion and all those cymbals and everything else, man, just get absolutely washed away with the sound, especially when you got it up nice and loud as well. So there's 4 absolutely killer bands. I don't care who you are. If you like heavy music, you should be getting on board with all of these bands, because they're absolutely dope. It doesn't get much better than this in my opinion. Some of the sickest band and heaviest music that's going around at the moment. So yeah, check them out. I'll try and get all of these bands back on the channel in the future, because I definitely want to hear more of all of them. Instant fan of all of these bands straight away. So there you go. That's it for today, guys. We'll see you around tomorrow. If you want to get your band on this channel, and I'll talk about it and gush about it, especially if it's a super heavy, sludgy doom band, then the link's in the description. Head over to the website and make a submission as well, because I could just check out bands like this every single day. It wouldn't bother me whatsoever. We still have to do the Monday grind show, but then it could be the 6 days of super heavy sludge for all I care, because man, can't get enough of this music. Loving it. See you around, guys. Have a good one. Bye.